told you here, I want to share this video with you about the Ascension process. I'm going to give you 10 tips to reaching Ascension. 10 tips to Ascension to reach a higher state of divinity and conscious awareness. Now, the first tip I want to share with you guys, well, first I should say, what is Ascension? Ascension is how you go through the process of reaching a higher state of divinity that benefits your divine beingness. And this is also associated with you, but also has a lot to do with everybody else, because it's a process that everybody's going to be going through eventually, because we're walking in a new age of things. Now, I'll go on more on that later on, but the first tip I want to share with you is the awakening. And that is the first tip that you need to understand about the process, because for a lot of people, they're trying to be spiritual, it hasn't happened for them, but everybody has their awakening in a totally different way. And I can't explain that exactly how you'll have that awakening, but usually it is something that's either painful that happened to your life, because that means that the universe is trying to teach you something that you need to know so you can awaken. And the second thing is understanding yourself. Now, understanding yourself, I have this ego identification. Now, you'll understand that you'll be wanting to understand yourself once you have that awakening, and you'll understand that you're ego identified, and you need to actually figure out the things, the self-limiting beliefs that are holding you back from your abundanceness and your divine beingness. You know, you being more spiritual, and really understand that spirituality is not man-made as far as religion. Now, the other thing is you need to learn to focus on your intuition. Now, instead of focusing, now once you're doing the whole ego identification and understanding yourself, you need to focus on your intuition, because you're going to have your ego, you know, or that constant chatter that we all have. You're going to be focusing a lot on that. But if you're doing your meditation and things, and you know, that chatter is going to dissolve eventually. Your ego is going to dissolve its chatters and all those things that it believes that you are. But you need to focus on your intuition, because this is how you communicate with your higher self and actually understand other people and yourself as well. Now, once you do that, start listening to things. You may be seeing angel numbers, 1111, 1212, 1010. Those are higher beings trying to communicate with you. So next tip is don't freak out. A lot of people just freak out when they see that, and they have to pretty much start all over again with learning their ego identification and their limiting beliefs, because at that point, they don't know what to focus on, and they may get stuck. And hey, I've been through that. I didn't know, I was freaking out. Like, I keep seeing these numbers everywhere, what's going on? You know, don't freak out. Understand what the divine beings are trying to teach you through this ascension process. And another thing is commit to self-mastery. You need to commit to self-mastery so you can understand yourself and understand others. Because the more you understand yourself, the more you understand others. Because we're all connected through this ascension process. It's an individualization type thing, but it is a divine process for you to raise vibration on this planet so you can help other people. And that goes into the other one, the other two. Tip, being self-disciplined. You want to be self-disciplined to understanding yourself with self-mastery, because this self-mastery, the further you are disciplined about wanting to be a divine being and understand that that's pretty much your birth, something that you are since birth, which you were stripped of, that you'll get there a lot quicker through this ascension process. And the other thing is being of service, because if you become a divine being, you need to focus on being of service to other people. And so you need to get away from the ego and selfishness and start providing people with valuable solutions and focusing on that. And the other thing is you need to practice light work practices. And when I mean light work practices, I mean meditation, things that are increasing your vibration, practicing gratitude, serving people, things that happiness and joy, things that are going to increase your vibration. And I can teach you more about that later on. but things that are going to increase your emotional state and your state of consciousness on a positive level to increase you through the ascension process. And now number 9 is using your abilities to serve. Now you'll have an increased frequency of energy and intuitive information to actually share with people. That will come from a higher sense of self once you're going through this process. And I notice it in myself because I'm still going through this process as well, just like you are, and just like everybody else is that's having different experiences. Everybody's having different experiences in the ascension process, but it's connecting all of us. Now, let's see. So, yeah, using abilities to serve. And the last tip, the least tip that people don't really understand, they just don't want to accept the fact that they have to totally disconnect themselves from who they are. You need that last tip is disconnecting yourself from who you are. It's not just, stripping your ego. It's about totally disconnecting yourself. You need to believe that that is your new paradigm. That is the paradigm that's completely okay. It might not be acceptable reality, or your friends or everybody else, but once you disconnect yourself from who you are or who you used to be, you can still be a human being or whatever, you act yourself, because you want to connect with people, but you know that you totally disconnect yourself from who you used to be. That is one process that I think is probably the most difficult tip for me to share with people because they don't want to let go of things that they, used to do, or used to believe in. You don't have to let go of those things, but don't let them become who you are as far as your ego. All right, and so, I hope you got value out of that and about the ascension process and 10 tips to reach ascension. And I just want you to take this seriously because, it's a process for everybody that's going through some type of awakening in their life right now. And I just think that people really need to understand that this is what's happening. And so if you got value out of this, please share this video with anybody you may know that's either going through ascension process or wants to become more spiritual or even having problems with this expressing themselves and their purpose in life. Because through this process, it's going to teach you, it's going to teach you that. You're going to be aware of that. It's going to teach you, your higher self is going to teach you what you need to know to actually to being connected with your purpose in life. And so my name is Hernan Woodgett. I will see you on the next video, and I hope that you take care.